Hello, good to see you back with us for more Explore Tulsa.
Stevie, why are you looking at me like that?
You know, Trish, I'd say about 99% of the time you dress for success on Explore Tulsa.
Oh, I'm so glad that you approve.
Well, there was that one show where you wore that t-shirt that looked more like a nightshirt or something.
Well, thank goodness for me, I have Stevie to help me pick out my clothes, but not everyone is that fortunate.
Well, that's right, Trish. For others, there are organizations like Dress for Success that can help women all prepare for the business world.
Dress for Success started in 1997 in the basement of a church. There was a young lady who was a struggling law student and who had received a $5,000 inheritance from her great-grandfather. And, you know, she was trying to get in the workforce, her friends were, they were in need of clothing, and clothing was expensive, so she decided to start kind of a clothing closet in New York City. Since then, we have progressed to 149 affiliates in 20 countries around the world. Actually, the mission evolves around the word empowerment. So we are here to empower women to achieve economic independence, and we do that by providing them clothing, obviously, and accessories, but also a full line of career services that not only help them get into the workforce, but also help them retain their job and advance once they get there. I think we always try to send women out the door, you know, dressed professionally. You know, the first goal is to make sure they get the job. Preparing for an interview is, you know, looking your best. And a large part of looking your best is what you have on. Clothing is always confidence, especially for women. Show them that you've spent some time on yourself. I always try to tell women, you know, if you show other people that you respect yourself, then you will get respect. And, you know, dressing from the inside as well. So we always try to talk about, you know, a good eye contact and a great handshake, and a smile is always a universal language for people. People are going to hire people that they like. You know, we've been in Tulsa for 15 years, and I think everyone is familiar with our suiting program, which is a wonderful program. We deal with, you know, 145 agencies and community efforts with our suiting program, but the career services is really the backbone of what we're doing here. So we have a line of services that includes training and skill set classes for the women that are either underemployed and unemployed. So yes, the mock interviewing, the cover letter, the obvious things, but it's also personal branding. It's identifying transferable job skills. What's interesting is about 50% of the women who come for our services are between 30 and 50 years old. So if you think about who we're serving, it's the women who, you know, have already probably had a career and something's changed for them. One of my favorite quotes is, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So where do you go to start over? You haven't been in the workforce for years, and where do you go to network and get support and learn, you know, what it takes to get back into the workforce today? And that's what our classes do. You know, we align these women with mentors that guide them through this 7-week course. We want to make sure in that 7 weeks that they're able to obtain the employment that they are looking to get. There's a lady that still comes around the organization, and to hear her tell the story, it was, you know, the first step was putting on the suit for her, and it really transformed her. Started that transformation from the inside out, made her feel confident to go out on that job interview, and she got the job. And it's amazing because there was probably a few months that went by, and walking through my door, and I said, well, how are you today? And she said, I just had to come back and tell you, I bought my first car. So she came back and took the time to let us know that, you know, she'd made it in her mind. You know, she'd worked really hard, she had kept her job, and she bought her very first car. Those are our successes, those people. We wouldn't be the same as an organization without people like her. You say you teach a person to fish, they'll fish for life. You know, that's what we get to do here. And so they go home and they teach their children, you know, this is the way you do it. And so it's really generational. We can affect generations of change here at Dress for Success.